my dear friends. Today we are going to discuss about the physiology of oral cavity. Oral cavity, which is also known as buccal cavity, is basically formed with the help of lips, cheeks, palate, tongue. It also consists of teeth and salivary gland. So today we will study about the steps involved in ingestion of food. Ingestion of food is mainly followed by two steps. The first one is mastication or chewing, and the second one is deglutition or swallowing. Mastication, which is a type of mechanical digestion of food that results from chewing. In this process, the food is manipulated by tongue, broken down with the help of teeth, and then it is mixed with saliva to make a soft, flexible, and easily swallowable mass of food that is known as bolus. So, in the process of mastication, there is an important role of tongue, teeth, and saliva to convert the food in a swallowable mass of food known as bolus. Mastication, which basically grind the food into smaller particles, helps in increasing the surface area so that the rate of absorption of food material will increases. As well as this process is useful in breaking down the outer membrane of indigestible cellulose present in most fruits and vegetables. Deglutition, which is also known as swallowing, it means movement of food from mouth to stomach is basically done by swallowing or deglutition. This process is basically facilitated with the help of saliva, mucus, and involve mouth, pharynx, and esophagus. Deglutition process involves three steps. The first one is voluntary stage, second is pharyngeal stage or involuntary stage, and the third one is esophageal stage or involuntary stage. So you can see only the first stage is under the control of human body and the other two stages is not in our control. Voluntary stage means masticated food is voluntarily pushed down towards the pharynx. Tongues assist in rolling of food posterior to pharynx by its upward and backward movement against soft palate of buccal cavity. Pharyngeal stage, that is the second stage of deglutition. As we all know that pharynx is basically consists of three parts: naso, oro, and laryngo. So bolus, when enters into the oropharynx region of the pharynx, the receptor sends signal to the medulla oblongata and pons of the brain stem. Then the soft palate moves up. Trachea will shut down with the help of epiglottis. Upper esophageal sphincter will open. That's why there will be an opening in esophagus. Quick peristaltic wave develop in the pharynx, and finally the food will enter into the upper part of the esophagus. This is all about pharyngeal stage, in which the food basically moves from pharynx to the upper part of esophagus. Then the third and the last stage of deglutition is esophagus stage, that is involuntary in nature. Esophageal stage basically consists of a type of movement that is known as peristalsis. It is a coordinated contraction and relaxation of circular and longitudinal muscles of esophagus. Peristalsis basically push the bolus onwards. This peristalsis is controlled by medulla oblongata. Esophagus just superior to bolus, the circular muscle contracts. This constriction causes esophageal wall to squeeze the bolus towards the stomach. As soon as there is a contraction in circular muscle, the longitudinal fibers inferior to bolus also contract. These contraction occurs in repeated wave that push the food towards the stomach. As soon as the food reaches the stomach, the lower esophageal sphincter will open and the food will enter into the stomach. This all complete mechanism can be understood with the help of this diagram. Here in this diagram, so here it is the bolus present in the mouth. This one is epiglottis, which helps in closing of trachea. This one is upper esophageal sphincter. As soon as there is a starting of pharyngeal state, the epiglottis moves downwards and covers the glottis, means they are trying to shut the trachea. Then there will be opening of upper esophageal sphincter and finally the bolus enter into the esophagus. After this, there will be a peristaltic movement in the esophageal wall there is a contraction and relaxation that helps in movement of bolus towards the stomach. As soon as the bolus reaches near the stomach, there is a opening of lower esophageal sphincter, and finally the bolus will enter into the stomach. So, dear students, we had done with the discussion about the physiology of oral cavity. In this, we had learned about the mastication and degglutination. Please go through the books, PowerPoints, video lectures, and try to understand the concept. All the best. Thank you.